Hey, I'm Chris. Welcome to the wonderful world of trivia. Tonight we will be playing Pinocchio. We're playing Pinocchio. That's what we're playing. That's correct. So we'll be playing 10 rounds or 10 rounds. We'll be playing 3 rounds of trivia. Of course, first round will be multiple choice, second round will be visual. Third round will be, do you know what it is?
No, I can't remember.
So third round will be 10 hard questions at the end. So obviously each round goes up a point, starting with round 1 being 1 point, round 2, 2 points, 3 points. First person to answer gets an extra point. Person at the end with the most points obviously wins the show. There's no prize. The prize is at the end of the season. So the more points you develop through the season, you win the prize of the Funko Pop we showed before, which we do not have up. I don't have it up. But I do have the scores.
Hi, Kevin.
So let me pull those up real quick.
Hi, Mike.
All right. So I think it's this one. Nope.
That's right.
It is right. It's just, I don't think we're supposed to be here. Nope, wrong one. Hold on. There we go. So right now we got Mike with 40 points, Kevin with 32 points, Cezanne with 51 points, and Sandy with 125 points. So we'll be moving on here pretty soon. But we can go ahead and say hello to everybody who's in the chat. Starting off with, we have
Mike from Crazy Mike's Fun Channel.
Yeah. And then we also have Sandy.
Birdwell 2427.
We have Kevin.
From Kevin Theme Park Adventure.
Yep. And just walking in, we have Cezanne Williams.
Oops, I gotta add to his name.
Hello, Cezanne. So, once again, 3 rounds of trivia. First round is multiple choice. Second is a picture round, which will be characters. And the last round is just 10 questions. Ooh, what happened? I didn't mean for that to happen. All right. So, when we start off, you're going to hear, I'm going to read the question. I'm going to hit my timer for 10 seconds. Let me pop that up there.
Do I need to have mine on for anything?
No, yeah, if you just watch the stream. All right, that's the sound you're going to hear. All right, you have that amount of time to put your answer in. After that comes up, you're going to get another one. That's giving you time to hit enter. So, after I read the question, you have 10 seconds to put your answer into your little slot. After that, you have 10 seconds to hit enter. I'm giving you 20 seconds to answer. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with, are we ready for round 1?
Yep.
Round 1. Question 1. I don't know which one to bring this up on. But let's go ahead and get started. Except for we got to remove that. All right. What is the name of Geppetto's pet goldfish? Is it A, Figaro, B, Cleo, C, Monstro, or D, Flounder? So once again, what is the name of Geppetto's pet goldfish? Is it A, Figaro, B, Cleo, C, Monstro, or D, Flounder? All right, chat. Hold on, Amy. Hold on. Thanks for coming in. We're getting off a little quick. So, but yeah, go ahead and put in your answers. Yeah, so the way we do it, Amy, is you get 10 seconds to put in the answer, and then when I say enter, then that's when you want to hit your what do you want to say, enter key?
Mm-hmm.
So, but thank you for coming in, Amy. But yeah, so hit your enter key to put it in after I say, hey, put your answer in. And then basically you get 10 seconds to get it in. I think we got us on low latency, so it should all.
She said, yeah.
But,
Okay. I had an ant on me.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So next up, question number 2. What is the first thing Pinocchio does when he is brought to life? Is it A, runs around the workshop, B, dances on the table, C, says his first words, or D, sings? So once again, what is the first thing Pinocchio does when he is brought to life? Is it A, runs around the workshop, B, dances on the table, C, says his first words, or D, sings? All right, chat, you can go ahead and put in your answer. Marty's taking down the answers.
Okay, we're good.
All right. Marty says we're ready for the next one. Moving on. Question number 3. Question number 3. Who is the first person Pinocchio meets when he leaves for school? Is it A, Honest John, B, Jiminy Cricket, C, Stromboli, or D, the Blue Fairy? So once again, who is the first person Pinocchio meets when he leaves for school? Is it A, Honest John, B, Jiminy Cricket, C, Stromboli, or the Blue Fairy? All right, chat, you can go ahead and put your answers in. All right, Margie's putting down, she's getting the answers down. Did you get everybody down? All right. Moving on to question number 4. Question number 4. What does Honest John use to convince Pinocchio to go to the theater instead of school? Is it A, a bag of gold, B, a magic trick, C, a promise of fame and fortune, or D, a piece of candy? So once again, what does Honest John use to convince Pinocchio to go to the theater instead of school? Is it A, a bag of gold, B, a magic trick, C, a promise of fame and fortune, or D, a piece of candy? All right, chat, you can go ahead and put your answers in. All right. Margie's taking down those.
Good.
All right. She says she's got everybody down. So we're moving on to question number 5, correct?
Yes.
Question number 5. What is the name of the puppet master who captures Pinocchio? Is it A, Stromboli? Is it B, Foul Fellow, C, Gideon, or D, Lampwick? So once again, what is the name of the puppet master who captures Pinocchio? Is it A, Stromboli, B, Foul Fellow, C, Gideon, or D, Lampwick? All right, chat, you can go ahead and put your answers in. All right, Margie's getting answers down for that. We're getting ready for question number 6. Got it? All right, here we go with question number 6. Question number 6. What animal do the boys turn into on Pleasure Island? Is it A, monkeys, D, donkeys, C, pigs, or D, horses? Once again, what animal do the boys turn into on Pleasure Island? Is it A, monkeys, B, donkeys, C, pigs, or D, horses? All right, chat, you can put your answer in. You got everybody wrote down?
Yep.
All right, we're moving on to question number 7. Here we go with question number 7. Question number 7. What does Jiminy Cricket receive at the end of the movie? Sorry. A, a shiny gold medal. B, a new hat. C, a wooden puppet. Or D, a magic wand. So once again, what does Jiminy Cricket receive at the end of the movie? Is it A, a shiny gold medal, a new hat, a wooden puppet, or a magic wand? All right, chat, you can put your answers in. All right. Everybody got their answers in. I want to see something real quick. That's too big, isn't it? I don't know what I did. I guess we're going to have to go with... Let me see if I can fix this. Just trying to fix it real quick. There we go. A little bit better. All right, moving on to question number 8. Here we go with question 8. Question 8. What does the blue fairy tell Pinocchio he must prove to become a real boy? Is it A, he can dance? B, he is brave, truthful, and unselfish? C, he can be the best student? D, he is the smartest boy in town? So once again, what does the blue fairy tell Pinocchio he must prove to become a real boy? He can dance. He's brave, truthful, and unselfish. C, he can be the best student. Or D, he is the smartest boy in town. All right, chat, go ahead and put in your answers. All right.
Good.
Margie says she's got everybody recorded, so we can go ahead and move to question number 9. We'll go with question number 9. Question number 9. What kind of creature was Monstro? Is he A, shark, B, a giant squid, C, a whale, or D, a sea serpent? So once again, what kind of creature is Monstro? Is he A, shark, B, a giant squid, C, a whale, or D, a sea serpent? All right, chat, you can go ahead and put your answers in. All right, getting ready for our last question of the round 1. All right.
Go down.
What do you have for... Okay. All right, here we go with question number 10. Last question, round 1. Question number 10. How does Pinocchio save Geppetto at the end of the movie? A, he leads him out of Monstro's stomach. B, he flies away with a magic feather. C, he builds a raft and sails home. Or D, he turns Monstro into stone. So once again, how does Pinocchio save Geppetto at the end of the movie? A, he leads him out of Monstro's stomach. B, he flies away with a magic feather. C, he builds a raft and sails home. Or D, he turns Monstro into stone. All right, chat, go ahead and put your answers in. All right. So that's going to be the end of round 1. So Margie's going to give us what we're looking at so far. We'll be heading into round 2. Round 2 is our vigil round, so we will be naming characters from the movie. You will get the exact same thing. It'll be 10 seconds and then 10 seconds to put your answer in.
I have.
All right. What's the score so far?
Mike has 5.
Mike has 5.
Sandy has 16.
Sandy with 16.
Kevin has 11.
Kevin with 11.
Cezanne with 12.
Cezanne with 12.
And Amy with 8.
And Amy with 8. So Margie's just getting everything wrote down for the next round.
It just takes me a second. I'm
All
sorry.
right.
Next Thursday, I'm going to Mexico City for my vacation.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Sounds nice.
I hope you have a wonderful time, Kevin. I'm hurrying, guys.
Kevin, 11 sounds like A offshoot of 711.
Mike said that, didn't he?
Yes. All right.
You can go ahead and start.
All right. Getting ready to start with round 2. Like I said, this is all visual, so you'll name the character. I'm going to put the character up, starting with the first character right now. All right, you can go ahead and enter your answers. All right. Margie's taking down the answers.
I got him.
We're going to let you know. All right. Don't worry about spelling. We know what you mean. Don't worry about it. It's not a spelling contest.
And Pinocchio is hard to spell anyway.
Yeah, Pinocchio is hard to
I always want to spell it wrong.
All right.
When I need autocorrect, it does not pop up. I feel that, Mike.
All right, here we go with character number 2. All right, chat, you can put your answers in. All right. Margie says she's got everybody down already for this one.
Okay.
All right, here we go with character number 3. Yes, Mike, he just. All right, chat, go ahead and put your answers in. All right, moving on.
These are fast.
Yep, you got them?
Mm-hmm.
This is number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Character number 4. All right, chat, you can go ahead and put your answers in. All right.
Okay.
Mike.
I got you, Mike. Oh. Okay, they're good. How do you know she was hairy? Don't you love autocorrect?
All right, we're up to character number 5. Here comes character number 5. All right, chat, go ahead and put your answers in. All right, Margie is putting down the answers.
We're good.
All right, she says she's got everybody. We're moving on to number 6. Number 6. Here we go. I worked with a guy who was named the same as this character. Ready?
Mm-hmm. Stop.
All right, chat, go ahead and put your answers in. Is that Haley?
Probably.
All right.
I feel like I'm missing something. Okay.
All right. Margie says she's got everybody. We're ready to move on to number 7. Is that right?
Yep.
Here we go with character number 7. All right, chat, you can go ahead and put your answers in. Got everybody in?
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to character number 8. Here we go. This one might be a tough one. All right, chat, you can go ahead and put your answers in. All right. So we are ready for character number 9 now. Did you get everybody on?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Character number 9. All right, chat, you can go ahead and put your answers in. All right. What are you laughing about?
Mike, you make me lose train of thought sometimes. Oh my goodness. He just made me lose. Okay, we're good.
All right. This is the last character for round 2. All right, chat, and go ahead and put your answers in. All right. It's the end of round 2. Margie, you want to give us an update on the points? Oh, we didn't even go through the answers for round 1, did we? Margie, how'd you let me do that? All right, hold on, guys.
Okay, so now I just lost count.
You guys, if I do that, remind me, okay? I didn't even think anything of it. Well, let's go through the answers of round 1. I was just going through it as quick as we could. All right, hold on. I gotta pull them back up. I was like, man, we're going fast, and then it hit me. I'm like, I haven't been reading none of them the answers to them. All right, I'm sorry. So here we go. We'll go with the answers to round 1, and then we'll go ahead to the answers for round 2, and then we'll do round 3. All right, so here we go with the answers for round 1. Starting with, what is the name of Geppetto's pet goldfish? That's B, Cleo. Number 2, what is the first thing Pinocchio does when he is brought to life? That is C, says his first words. Number 3, who is the first person Pinocchio meets when he leaves for school? That's A, Honest John. Number 4, what does Honest John use to convince Pinocchio to go to the theater instead of school? That is C, a promise of fame and fortune. Number 5, what is the name of the puppet master who captures Pinocchio? That is A, Stromboli. Number 6, what animals do the boys turn into on Pleasure Island? That is B, donkeys. Number 7, what does Jiminy Cricket receive at the end of the movie? That is A, shiny gold medal. Number 8, what does the blue fairy tell Pinocchio he must prove to become a real boy? That is B, he is brave, truthful, and unselfish. Number 9, what kind of creature is Monstro? Monstro is C, a whale. Number 10, how does Pinocchio save Geppetto at the end of the movie? That is A, he leads him out of Monstro's stomach. So that was round 1. I apologize that I did not read the answers. So we'll go ahead and pull up. I can't believe I did that. Oops, I didn't know. Hold on. I can't believe I did that. Give me 1 second. All right, some of these I'm pretty sure you guys know them, but we'll go ahead and go through them. All right, starting off with the first character, which was, of course, Pinocchio. Second character was Geppetto. The third character is my favorite Disney character of all time, Jiminy Cricket. Next up, we have the Blue Fairy. We have Honest John following her with his cat friend Gideon right behind him. We have Stromboli, the puppet master. We have Lampwick, who Pinocchio becomes friends with when they go to Pleasure Island. Cleo, which is Geppetto's goldfish. And Monstro, who of course is the one of the villains of the movie. All right, which takes us to round 3 finally. I apologize. I don't know why I wasn't even thinking of that. All right. So round 3, we've got 10 questions. Each question is worth 3 points. First person to ring in first, get their answer in first, obviously gets an extra question, meaning that if you're the first to come in, you can get 4 points for each question.
Do you want the scores from the last
Yes.
round, or do you want them totaled?
Totaled.
Mike's at 15, Sandy's 38, Kevin's 32, Saison's 33, and Amy's 30.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Do you mind if I run and get some Tylenol real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry.
So, I don't know.
I think I have an ear infection. I don't know if it's really loud.
So, we've been doing this every other week. If you joined us this week, we've done 2 so far besides this one. We've done Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. We did Treasure Island. This week, of course, Pinocchio. So coming up, not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after, we will be doing Robin Hood and His Merry Men. Now, that is not the animated one with the foxes and everything. No, this is the 1952, the one that Disney did. And I'm pretty sure it's on Disney Plus. So that's the one we'll be doing next week. I would suggest, if you've never seen it, if you have Disney Plus, get on there and make sure you make yourself knowledgeable for it for the next trivia. So I think I've seen it, but I'm not for sure. I think it's been a while, so I'm gonna have to rewatch it myself. But I've already got the trivia questions already all wrote out. I just got to go and watch the movie and make sure they're all correct. So, but
Hello, Mr.
hey,
Fulton.
Mr. Fulton.
You have big breaking news today?
Yeah, I would hope so, Mike. I bet you do. I know that.
Okay, go ahead. I'll watch for his.
All right.
Oh,
There
right
it
here.
is.
Colts and Allegiant, congratulations me again on being selected as one of our Colts Hall of Fame winner. Oh, we're thrilled to offer you the opportunity to join us, this group, for the 2025 NFL season this year.
Oh, wow.
Very cool. Congratulations.
So, all right. So, round 3, like I said, these are just questions. There's no multiple choice. All right. Here's the way we play. We know what answer we need. If you guys get close, we're going to give it to you because we know you can't get the exact answer on some. So we're going to go ahead and start with question number 1. What are the first words Pinocchio says after coming to life? So once again, what are the first words Pinocchio says after coming to life? All right, chat, you can go ahead and put your answers in. All right. Moving on to question number 2. Question number 2. Question number 2. What does Geppetto wish for when he sees the wishing star? What does Geppetto wish for when he sees the wishing star? All right, chat, you can go ahead and put your answers in. All right, Margie's taking them down.
I got them.
All right, Margie's got everybody. Means we can move on to question number 3. Here we go with question number 3. What does Stromboli threaten to do with Pinocchio when he is no longer useful? What does Stromboli threaten to do with Pinocchio when he is no longer useful? All right, chat, you can go ahead and put your answers in. All right, Margie's getting all the points wrote down. All right, moving to question number 4. You got it?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go with question number 4. Question number 4. What song does Jiminy Cricket sing at the beginning of the film? So once again, what song does Jiminy Cricket sing at the beginning of the film? All right, chat, you can go ahead and put those answers in. All right. Did you get everybody?
Yeah.
All right. Margie's got everybody scored. We're ready to move to question number 5. Question number 5. How does Jiminy Cricket first try to wake up Pinocchio on his first day? Once again, how does Jiminy Cricket first try to wake up Pinocchio on his first day? All right, chat, go ahead and put in your answers. I think that was a tough one for some of them.
Got them.
All right. Moving on to question number 6. Question number 6. What happens when Pinocchio tells a lie to the Blue Fairy? So once again, what happens when Pinocchio tells a lie to the Blue Fairy?
Winston, stop.
All right, chat, go ahead and put your answers in. Margie's writing down those points.
I got them.
All right, Margie's got the points. Moving on to question number 7. Question number 7. What does Honest John call Pinocchio when convincing him to go to the theater? So once again, what does Honest John call Pinocchio when convincing him to go to the theater? All right, chat, go ahead and put in your answers. All right.
Got him.
Okay. All right. Moving on to question number 8. Question number 8. What famous Disney song originated from this movie and later becomes Disney's anthem? Once again, what famous Disney song originated from this movie and later became Disney's anthem? All right, chat, you can go ahead and put your answers in. Okay. Margie says she's got it, everybody. All right. Moving on to question number 9. Question number 9. What is the final test Pinocchio must pass to prove he is a real boy? So once again, what is the final test Pinocchio must pass to prove he is a real boy? All right, chat, you can go ahead and put your answers in. Give that one. Yeah. Which one did you point to? No. All right. And we got one more question. You got everybody?
Yeah.
I guess it would, yeah, you're right. Okay. I was wrong. Okay. Okay?
Yep.
All right. And for our last question for the round. All right. Who provided the voice of Pinocchio in the 1940 animated film? So once again, who provided the voice of Pinocchio in the 1940 animated film? All right, chat, you can go ahead and put your answers in for this one. All right, we got answers coming in.
Okay.
All right. You want to hand me those? Because these are answers I really don't remember right off the top of my head. All right, we're going to go through the answers. Margie's going to total up the scores, starting with question number 1. Question number 1, what was the first words Pinocchio says after coming to life? I don't think anyone got this one right. He actually says, I can move, I can talk, I can walk. Next up, number 2, what does Geppetto wish for when he sees the wishing star? For Pinocchio to become a real boy. Number 3, what does Stromboli threaten to do with Pinocchio when he is no longer useful? Chop him up for firewood. Number 4, what song does Jiminy Cricket sing at the beginning of the film? It's When You Wish Upon a Star. Number 5, how does Jiminy Cricket first try to wake up Pinocchio on his first day? By yelling and knocking on his wooden head. Number 6, what happens when Pinocchio tells a lie to the blue fairy? his nose grows longer. Number 6, what does Honest John call Pinocchio when convincing him to go to the theater? He calls him a natural born actor. Number 8, what famous Disney song originated from this movie and later became Disney's anthem? That was When You Wish Upon a Star. I threw that in twice, hoping maybe it would catch people off. Number 9, what is the final test Pinocchio must pass to prove? We have, let's see, he must save Geppetto from Monstro, but we accepted your guys' answers of, what was it? Unselfishness and sacrifice. All right. And number 10, who provides the voice of Pinocchio in the 1940 animated film? That is Dickie Jones. So there you go. Let me see if I can find something real quick so we can show everybody what we got. All right. What's not in here? All right. So once again, if you haven't been in here, what we're playing for was we're playing a season of trivia. At the end of the season, whoever has the most points wins the prize. The prize that we have, nobody's seen it, it's a Funko Pop. And it is of Pinocchio and Jiminy Cricket with the Pinocchio poster in behind. So we do have this here. We actually had to have it sent to us twice because the first one came to us broke. But we do have the new one with that is now fixed, ready to go. So just to remind everybody what they're playing for, why they're playing. So what we do is we just go ahead and take the trivia questions and the points, add them all up. We've got, how many more we got? So we got 4 more left to do for the season, and whoever has the most points. Wait, is it 4 more?
3.
You think we have 3? This is number 3. We were doing 8.
1, 2, 3. So we have 5 more.
We have 5 more.
Sorry.
So like I said, not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after that, we will be doing, what is it? I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah, Robin Hood and His Merry Men. Like I said, it's not the animated Robin Hood. It's the 1952 Robin Hood. And it is live action. I'm pretty sure it is on Disney Plus. That's where you'll be able to catch it. If for some reason I look it up and it's not there, we'll figure something out. I'll put a message up on my community board to let you know, but I'm pretty sure it is on there. So, but other than that, Margie, you got...
There you go.
So, Margie has, right now, for total points for the night, she's got Mike at 24 points, Sandy at 62, Kevin at 50, Saison at 57, and Amy at 49. So these will be added to the scores that we already have. So, basically, the person at the end can always win. Obviously, with the way that we've been doing this system, there is a chance for somebody to make a complete comeback who hasn't played the first 2 if they play the rest of them. But that is it. Other than that, anything else?
Nope, that's all.
Nope. On Monday, Margie will do it 8 hour, then Chris will do 8 hours, so it's 2 hours. No. Actually, so for those of you joining us with Disney Updates, we will not be doing Disney Updates on Thursday no longer. We'll only be doing it once a week. So we will be doing Disney Updates on Mondays at 5:30. It'll be 2 hours. We'll be doing 1 hour of Walt Disney World news, and then the second half hour will be any kind of Disneyland news. When we're talking about Disneyland, I'm talking about Disneyland in California, Disneyland in Paris, all the different other ones. anything we can find on those. And then the last half hour, we're going to leave for merchandise and food to cover. So definitely come and join us 5:30 Eastern time for Disney updates on Mondays. And I think that's about it. But thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for coming and playing trivia with us. We do enjoy doing this with you guys. And I hope to catch you guys hopefully at Disney updates. But if not, we'll see you at the next trivia. So we'll see you later. Thanks for joining us. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.